Alright, I have a new video for you today. It's called Head or Heart. Head equals heed my warning. Notice how head and heed are very similar. Heart equals hear me, listen to my small still voice. And notice that the first four letters of heart are here. I recently realized that I had been trying to match my heart to my head. I was trying to make my feelings align with my thoughts. I believe we all do this to varying degrees, and I believe this is the reason that the majority of humanity feels out of place and unhappy. How can you be where you will be the happiest when you can no longer listen to your heart? You are meant to live from your heart, not your head. The heart is the center of the physical body and the chakra system. Its physical function carries the secret of its spiritual purpose. It sends our life force, our blood, where it is needed. The heart is the Holy Grail. Think about it. The Holy Grail carried Jesus' blood. Jesus' heart carried his blood. The search for the Holy Grail starts and ends without making one single step. It is your heart. It is like the archetypal hero's journey that you find in many books and movies, like The Wizard of Oz. At the end of your seeking, you realize you had what you needed within you all along. By following your heart on the path of life, its true beauty is awakened. No one, not even a wizard, can give you what you already have. However, if your heart is locked away, it can't grow. It actually shrivels. The small still voice gets more and more faint, drowned out by the protective mind that says, "Heed what I say, I will keep you safe." The head is the servant of the heart, and society has taught you the complete opposite. It is the mind's job to problem solve. However, in the end, the mind becomes a problem, or at least the mind's survival solutions cause problems. You begin to listen to the mind more than the heart. You tiptoe through life playing it too safe. You wind up locking yourself up in life-draining situations. Instead of skipping along the path of life, you are lost and camped out in the dark forest, mentally and literally. Safe actually equals security at fun's expense. So when we try to play it too safe in the world, we lock ourselves up from the full expression. There's actually a barrier between us and life. The heart's job is to guide you. It is your compass. If you follow your compass, you will be full of compassion, and it will return to you tenfold. Your heart compass guides you with your feelings. If you are too much in the mind, you second guess your heart. You second guess your feelings. If your heart is feeling happy, do you stop and look for a good reason to be happy, or do you just go with the feeling? Then why make a chore out of finding a good reason to not listen to or do what the heart is saying when it is unhappy? Why not just listen and follow its guidance? The reason is the experiences you have had of this cold, cruel world that has taught you to beware. Your mind says you can't change now. You spent so much time on this path. You don't know what is out there. It might be worse. AKA, don't open up or you'll get hurt. Paradoxically, trusting one's mind over one's heart is why there is so much pain and suffering in the world. When you end up at a dead end on the path, you blame your heart. However, if you honestly backtrack on your path, you'll find your heart had been warning you with not so good feelings for some time, but you were listening to your mind, its misperceptions and desires. Sometimes it is easier to ignore your heart, to pretend you don't hear it, because what it is whispering to you will cause a huge change in your life. This change may not only disrupt your life, but others' lives as well. In some cases, the heart is desperate to be heard, to be acknowledged. Its usual whispers turn into haunting screams that echo in your mind when you're driving to work, watching TV, eating, and everything else you do. If the voice gets too loud, but your fear and avoidance is too great, you might try to put your heart to sleep with drugs, prescription or illegal, alcohol, food, or any other myriad way to distract and knock yourself out. Humans have become zombies. You see it in our culture everywhere, from movies to models. Google Rick Genest. It has become cool to be a zombie, a half alive being that feeds on brains, the mind, the head. So when we're in this zombie state, we are living by the brain. We're feeding off of our mind rather than the heart, and we're half alive. For me, this example of the zombies in our culture is one of those reflectives from the collective, as I call it. Mass consciousness is reflecting back to us what we are mentally and emotionally holding within us. You may think you are putting your mind to sleep, but you are tranquilizing your heart. Like Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart, You can try and bury your heart and its feelings, but it will continue to beat. Even if you have tranquilized your heart, it will call out to you through the fog in your mind and body. Follow your heart. Following your heart takes real guts, real courage. If you find yourself discouraged on life's path, it is because you stopped having the courage to follow your heart. A spiritual warrior has the heart of a lion. I'm not saying a warrior's heart is any better or stronger. A spiritual warrior just has the courage to face their mental fears and follow their heart. You are all powerful beings capable of many great things. All you have to do is follow your heart. Now honor that place in you, where when you're in that place in you and I'm in that place in me, we are one. We are made of the same star stuff, we breathe the same air, walk the same earth, and drink the same water. Namaste.